In this video, I'm going to take a look at the question that I get quite a bit. What is the best indicator for the Forex market? This is a question that we hear a lot in the industry as traders are trying to figure out the best way to trade the markets in general. The biggest problem, of course, is there are literally thousands of indicators that you can use, but at the end of the day, most of them are very similar mathematical formulations. Most of them are also considered to be lagging indicators, meaning they're calculating what has already happened. The indicators can give you a sense of the overall attitude of the market, but they're also going to be a very personal thing, and this is because it's trading is a very personal journey. There are different ways that you can interpret a chart. It's not as straightforward as you would think, in the sense that people will observe different things. For example, on this chart, I could make an argument for support and resistance showing up at this level several times. But there are other people that would make the argument that we have broken above this downtrend line and it's only a matter of time before we break out. So they are looking to buy. At the same time, I am looking to sell. Which one is right? Well, you just don't know until it happens. Now, people will use indicators on top of something like this to kind of get an idea of what's going on. So let's take a look at, for example, let's go ahead and put up the RSI. Now, the Relative Strength Index can give you an idea of when a market is overbought or oversold. And in this case, it's above the 70, so it's overbought. So that would lend credence to the support and resistance area. My original thought that, hey, maybe I could short this, but the other person is going to look at this and say, well, okay, that's fine, but we've changed the trend anyways, and you'll notice that we didn't reach the bottom. So, it shows that we are strengthening regardless, and then you get into that whole argument. Other traders will look at an indicator like a moving average. So this is a 200-week EMA, and you can see that the market is struggling right here, and you can see that it's been important several times, but there's been other times it's just been sliced through. You go down to the day, you can see 200-day EMA has offered nice support, offered resistance, but notice how we went sideways there. It is starting to tilt to the upside. But quite frankly, it doesn't take a lot of imagination to notice that we have been in an uptrend at least since the last several months. You don't really need an indicator to tell you that. And then finally, some people will look at something like Fibonacci, and they will say, well, see, look, it bounced directly from the 50%, and we've returned here. This is exactly as planned. This is exactly what should have happened. Well, the ironic thing is 50% is not actually a Fibonacci number. It's just a throwback to the old stock trading days. So that really isn't Fibonacci. And furthermore, you can make an argument, and a very strong one, that Fibonacci works because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But do you know, is it 23? Is it 38? Is it 50? Is it 61? On and on. There are other ones that aren't even listed here that's going to work. And, well, that's part of the problem. It comes down to what you have faith in. There is no best Forex indicator out there. A lot of it is really how you see the market and what makes sense for you. You should also be able to address the fact that market conditions change continually. That's just a facet of the market that makes it both interesting and challenging. So, clearly there were signals to buy on certain indicators the entire time this was going down. This isn't to discourage you from using indicators, but it is to give you a heads up to let you know that indicators are not the be-all, end-all. They're just a tool, and like any other tool, you have to understand how the indicator is calculated, what it does best in. So, for example, stochastic oscillator is very effective in a range-bound market, but in a trending market, it's almost useless. That type of thing. So the answer to your question, what's the best indicator in Forex, is It depends. Unfortunately, there is no more clear answer than that.